Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget gaming laptop under $800.
Starting at number 5.
MSI Katana 15. At $999 as configured, the MSI Katana 15 just made the cutoff for our list. But with its Intel Core i7-13620H and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050, the Katana proved to be a powerful 1080p gaming machine, providing solid value. It doesn't hurt that in the sub-$1,000 model, MSI added 16GB of DDR5 RAM and a roomy 1TB PCIe NVMe SSD. You often see those specs cut first on budget laptops. Instead, the laptop just doesn't have the highest quality chassis. We also appreciated the surprisingly decent speakers on the Katana 15. The 1080p display isn't the most beautiful, but its 144Hz refresh rate will be a boon to esports players who want a smooth experience.
Coming at number 4.
Acer Nitro 16. The Acer Nitro 16 takes the mantle from the older Acer Nitro 5, but continues the tradition of bringing a solid mix of price and performance, with a handful of premium niceties. Our $999 review unit included an AMD Ryzen 5 7640HS and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050, which played most of our benchmark games well. Perhaps the most impressive part is the 1920 by 1200, 165Hz display with G-Sync support, which is great for esports at high frame rates. It reached 371 nits on our light meter and covered 91% of the DCI P3 color gamut. Other pluses include a wide variety of ports, including USB 4, the latest version of USB Type-C, as well as battery life over 8 hours, which is solid for a gaming laptop. We wish the webcam and speakers were better. If you value the speakers, consider the MSI Katana listed below, but for the price, the Nitro 16 delivers a lot of value at just under $1,000.
At number 3.
Acer 2023 Cloud Gaming. The best gaming Chromebook we've tested is the Acer Chromebook 516GE 2022. Unlike Windows gaming laptops, this device runs Chrome OS and is designed specifically for cloud gaming services like NVIDIA GeForce Now. Cloud gaming means that all the processing takes place on NVIDIA's server, or whichever company provides the service, and the image is streamed to your device, like any other video streaming service. The laptop comes with a 3-month trial of GeForce Now. You can play games from the Google Play Store. Know that these titles are made for smartphones and tablets running on an ARM processor, so they might not always run properly. Also, some of them lack keyboard, mouse, and controller support. The laptop feels well built, and while it's on the bulkier side, it isn't too heavy. It sports a nice 16-inch QHD Plus display with a 120Hz refresh rate. It gets bright enough for use in most indoor settings, and its response time is good, resulting in a clear image in fast-moving scenes. The keyboard feels spacious, doesn't get hot under load, and has RGB backlighting. Don't get too excited, it only has a single lighting zone. You get Wi-Fi 6E and an Ethernet port, which is great because cloud gaming performance heavily depends on your internet connection. Battery life is short at around 6 hours of light use or an hour of gaming, so keep the charger close.
Number 2 of my list.
Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming. Our best cheap gaming laptop pick is the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 2021. For around $800, you can get a configuration with an AMD Ryzen 5 5600H CPU, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050T GPU, 8GB of RAM, and 512GB of storage. This CPU and GPU combo can provide a solid 60 frames per second gaming experience at 1080p in demanding titles, albeit with medium or low settings. 8GB of RAM isn't ideal for gaming, so you'll have to add more memory to get the most out of this laptop or spend a little more for a 16GB model. The SSD is user replaceable, too, if you want more storage since 512GB isn't a lot these days. This model has a 120Hz display. Its response time is slow, but it supports VRR to reduce screen tearing. Unlike the models we recommend above, this laptop doesn't have a MUX multiplexer switch. This feature lets the GPU send information directly to the display without going through the integrated GPU. The lack of this feature can reduce performance, causing as much as a 25% performance loss in games where it matters.
And number 1.
Asus TUF-15. The best budget gaming laptop we've tested is the Asus TUF-15 2022. For around $1,000, you can get this 15.6-inch model with an Intel 12th Gen Core i5 or i7 CPU paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti or 3060 GPU. These GPUs can deliver a pretty solid 60 frames per second in graphically demanding games, albeit with a few tweaks in the settings. The downside is that you don't get frame generation, a performance-boosting feature only available on the newer 40 series GPUs. Some configurations come with 8 GB of RAM, which isn't ideal for gaming, but thankfully, the memory is user-replaceable, so you can add more yourself after purchase. The same goes for the storage drive. As for the display, the 3050 Ti and 3060 models typically come with a 144Hz FHD display. Unfortunately, while this panel's high refresh rate provides a snappy and responsive gaming experience, its slow response time causes noticeable ghosting, and this laptop lacks VRR support to reduce screen tearing. If you want to hook it up to an external monitor, you can do so via its Thunderbolt 4 or HDMI port. For online gamers, you get a Wi-Fi 6 wireless adapter and an Ethernet port to ensure a fast and reliable internet connection. This laptop is relatively portable since it isn't overly bulky or heavy, though you'll have to bring the charger with you, as the battery lasts only a little over an hour when gaming.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.